Guys, I'm going to share 5 pieces of advice or wisdom with you that I've learned in my 43 years on earth that I wish I knew in my 20s. I'm hoping this is helpful for some of you. I'm going to keep this as brief as possible. Number 1, nobody cares. What I mean by that is there's 8 billion people on this planet, and unfortunately, people, particularly young people, invest so much time into worrying about what everybody else thinks that it often gives them crippling fear and inhibits them and stops them from doing the things they really want to do with their time and with their life. Nobody cares, guys. Just think about that for a second. 8 billion people. You are literally a grain of sand on a beach in relative terms. See, the thing is, everybody else is so caught up with their own problems, dreams, ideas, challenges that they're trying to solve. They don't really care what you're doing with your time. You need to understand that now. And often it's not until we're in our 40s or older that we finally realize that and look back and regret the amount of years we wasted thinking everybody gave a shit what we were doing when they really didn't. So you may as well go and do the things you want to do anyway. It's actually quite a freeing concept or idea to understand. The second piece of advice is this. The hardest choices or decisions, or the hardest things we have to do, are typically the right things to do. So it's usually that conversation you know you need to have that's super difficult, or that job that you know you need to resign from, or the fact that you need to do something to improve your physical health. Maybe you need to just start getting outside in nature or going to the gym. You know you need to eat better. In a nutshell, the hardest things to do are usually the right things to do, and they're usually the best things to do for us long term. The third piece of advice is this: learn to delay gratification. Particularly now more than ever in 2025, we live in a world where people want instant gratification, instant credit, instant likes, instant clout, instant fitness, health, instant aesthetics. People want to look good immediately. No one wants to invest time building wealth or building a body or building a business, creating. Learn to delay gratification. Learn to save money and invest money, not just spend it. Learn that it's going to take you time to look and feel the way you want to look and feel. If you haven't taken care of yourself and you're just going through that process now of going to the gym or doing whatever you need to do in that area. And part of learning to delay gratification is learning that it's okay to live minimally. It's actually quite freeing to not be attached to stuff, not be chained to material possessions that depreciate in value and end up being meaningless anyway. So many people are caught up running around, not only seeking their own gratification, but again, trying to get the approval of people that don't really care about them anyway, buying cars and stuff that no one gives a shit about. Energy draining, soul destroying waste of time. My advice for number 4, and linking up to what I just said, invest time in your physical and mental health. Prioritize it above everything. In fact, if I had to, I'm grouping those two together, but I'd actually say the mental health is more important. You get that right and everything else typically follows. But find ways to live a life and do things that bring you peace. As people always talk about wanting to be happy. I want to do what makes me happy. I prefer to look for things that are fulfilling because those things typically bring me peace. And I think that's what most people really want in their life. Peace. Because your 20s, 30s, really your entire life can be quite chaotic if you don't know what it is that you actually want to do and what fulfills you. So anyway, number 4, prioritize your health, mental and physical. Number 5, last piece of advice, hold on to and fight hard for the relationships in your life that are meaningful and connections that are satisfying and mutually beneficial. So It's not about how many friends you have or how many followers you have or how big your family is. It doesn't matter. It matters that you've got quality connections that you can spend time with, download with, talk to, learn from, challenge each other. And most importantly, you want relationships and connections where you actually love each other as well. So that's it, guys. The 5 pieces of advice I'd give to my 20-something-year-old self now that I've been on the earth for 43 years. Number 1, nobody cares. You may as well go and do the things you want to do with your time anyway. Number 2, the hard thing to do is usually the right thing to do. Number 3, learn to get comfortable delaying gratification and get out of the I need it now culture. Number 4, prioritize your mental and physical health. Do things that bring you peace. And number 5, treasure and work hard to keep connections that bring you mutual benefit, joy, love, respect, learning, challenge. Thanks, guys. Speak to you next time.